Hello, everybody. I'm checking. There it is. There's the game. It's finally loaded. Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to everybody who's watching this live on Twitch. Hello to everybody who's watching this after the fact on YouTube. And I can't believe I'm saying this again, but welcome to another Fury of Dracula tournament. This is the 8th tournament, I guess, depending on how you count it. The 8th tournament we've done inside our community. I can't believe it's already there. We have an echo. That's just grand, then. Hopefully somebody else can confirm that there is an echo. Oh, there might be an echo. Ah. Nope, that's set up correctly. I don't. Okay, it might be you then, Fags. Okay, right. Butting into my intro. That's okay. Anyway, so welcome to another tournament. I can't believe it felt like 2 minutes ago that we had the League of Dracula 2024 was starting and then also ending. But anyway, we've got a brand new tournament here, duos and dark calls. We'll get into the whole sort of nitty gritty of what the tournament is. But introducing the players, we have a new member of the community, CardDont Shoot, playing as the Hunters, and Geo playing as Dracula. And before we get into all the nitty gritty of everything as the game is underway, I'd like to welcome, alongside me in the commentary booth, my keeping you company co-host and also expert on all things Bloodborne and Translationborn. It is Arukamanya. Hello, Aruk.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I enjoy doing these commentaries. It's a lot of fun for me. I'll be relying mostly on Scott Sword's expertise, and anyone who's been to my streams know that something weird happens to my brain when I try to do these things, but it's still fun. So hopefully we're able to enjoy ourselves along for the ride. Should be an exciting match. Got, Jonathan Harker. Got a lot of hype around this new tournament, so should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the second game that's been played in this tournament. Good to have you here, Rook. Oh, Jonathan Harker, how are you ahead of me? What is happening? How are you so far ahead of me? Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Oh,
You're synced to your stream, and I'm just looking at the game. Maybe that's why.
maybe. Or maybe, I don't know. Or maybe you're getting the feed directly from Card, perhaps, so you're on the right side of the Atlantic, perhaps.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it too.
Well, we had Behind the Veil, and a host got sniped, which was kind of interesting when there was a reckless vampire sitting there, but Card wanted to get rid of the hoax. Yeah, hello to Roscoe, of course, who's also spectating. Hello to everybody in the chat. Who do we have? We have Fangs of Fire is here. Snuffleupagus is here. Julie is here. Determinator is here. I Am Batteries is here as well. So hello everybody who's tuning in to watch. If anyone's lurking, that's great. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh my days. What have you done, Snuff? What the heck have you done? Okay, we're getting a bit of hype going in the first week. Thank you to Snuff, who I think has just gifted 10 subscriptions. Holy shit. Including to you,
Amazing.
Aruk.
I know. I saw it. Yes, thank you, Snuff. I appreciate it.
Oh my god, we got bits flying. Oh my god, this is going to be the joy of streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, it's already different.
Well, a huge...
Ooh, evil presence. Miss.
Miss on...
Sorry.
Oh, really? Oh, you're ahead of time. Yep, there's a miss on the
Yeah,
evil
that's right. I
presence.
forgot I'm ahead of you.
Well, Snuff, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. That is very kind of. Thank you, Fangs of Fire, for the 100 bits as well. Happy first stream of the tournament. Thank you, thank you. That is incredibly kind. Thank you so much. We got the hype train going. It's the first week. We gotta do some stuff to hype everybody up, right? Before the action starts.
Because as far as the spectators are concerned, this is the boring part of the game.
But now we've got the Dark Call. We'll have to talk about that in a minute, because of Dark Call. Is this the first time streaming this tournament? Me, yes. I played a game yesterday, Julie, and Fangs of Fire, who's in chat as General, with other stuff after, I can't remember. He streamed the perspective on YouTube as a spectator perspective, and I uploaded my copy. But yes, in terms of me streaming on, it's my first tournament game I've ever streamed on Twitch, and also from this tournament. So yes, I sense free bagpipes coming in. Well, we'll have to find out. We'll have to see. Strider's in the chat as well. Hello, Strider. Hey, Fire Eyes is here as well. Welcome everybody. Okay, so this is gonna be quite crazy. There's a lot of people here who are not Fury of Dracula people. We'll try and make this as educational as possible, but please leave questions in the chat. If I and a Rook are not able to answer, there will be other people in the chat who can answer. So we'll try and make this as educational and informative and exciting as possible. But hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, we're in the...
Yeah, hello from me as well.
Absolutely. We should probably talk about what the tournament's about first before we get to the nitty-gritty of the game, I suppose.
That would help. What's going on here, Sword? What have you done?
Sorry, Batteries just now cheering bits. Thank you, Batteries, you absolute legend. Thank you for being here. Yay, Julie, so this person... Oh, more bits! Oh my god. 400, Ooh. Thank you so much. We're not going to be able to do any commentary. There's going to be too much stuff going on. Thank you very much. So, basically...
And hello, Julie.
Julie, the person who's with me is a Rookamania. This is the second person in the podcast. You haven't got... I mean, I know Julie's been listening to the podcast episodes, but hasn't got to the bit yet where Rookamania joins me. But eventually...
I take over. Apologies.
so when you get to about episode 5 or 6, Julie, you're gonna hear a Rook's voice. No, I'm not sure Hungary. Okay, we want to watch the game, people. Joke is awesome. Yeah, the hype is real. I love it. Okay, so this tournament is called Duos and Dark Call. So the deal is, this is the second time we've tried to do a team tournament. We did it last year, but it was very internal. We only did 6 teams because there was a whole massive, huge update to the game, and we wanted to test it out. Obviously this year, it's a lot. We've got now 10 teams taking part, plus 4 new people, and CardDont Shoot is indeed one of them. Which is
very exciting.
Very, very exciting stuff. So the way it works is, even though the games are still being played 1v1, so one person is controlling all 4 hunters and the other one's playing as Dracula, the results are not contributing to individual rankings, but to the team ranking. So, you know, the team members will share the responsibility of playing hunters and Dracula. Some will stay on one side throughout the whole tournament, some will switch, it just depends. And then we'll see who the best team is at the end of the league. The Dark Calls bit of the title is because there is a card in the game that Dracula can use called Dark Call, which is generally considered not very strong, where Dracula can take 2 damage, and he obtains encounter cards, 5 more encounter cards. The encounter cards are like the traps that he places on the different locations that he's moving to. But now, with the variant, not only does he do that, but he also can draw the top card from the event deck. If the event is a Hunter event, it gets thrown away. If it's a Dracula event, he gets to keep it. Because of our meta, because of the way we play, Dracula often doesn't get many events. So because of that, this is kind of a way to try to get these events being used a little bit more, and also it would just create a lot more chaos, and we kind of like chaos over here. So this is not like our normal World Championship. Even though this could be a serious tournament, it's a little bit more light-hearted. So we can do something a bit wacky like this Dark Call. If we suddenly realize that it's broken and we don't like it, we can decide never to do it again. So it's fine. Oh, Mina's moving. Oh, hello. What is going on? What is happening? Oh, very good. Thank you. Rook has also said, any guesses about Dracula's starting location? By all means, pop it into the chat, and we'll see who's right. Ooh, I don't like this early movement. Geo's East, Iberia.
I'm guessing Iberia as well, given the somewhat unorthodox start, but could be wrong. Not that there aren't players who start Seward in 8/Bordeaux regularly, but
right.
I feel like it's tempting whenever you see that. And I don't know, what do you think about Van Helsing up in your old hometown there, Scott Sword?
Well, I'm very happy that he's up there, just for my own sake. But I mean, I've actually had a couple of practices with CardDont Shoot before the tournament, and we were kind of talking about meta, and I did say that Edinburgh's not a very good starting location. I think now the meta has kind of... If you look at very old videos, you'll see that Van Helsing's starting location is very much sort of all over the place. Sometimes it's Liverpool, sometimes it's Manchester, sometimes London, but it feels like the meta is very much set and been on London, just for the easier sort of route across to Le Havre. I know it's the same amount of distance from Edinburgh to Hamburg, but Hamburg can be a little bit out of the way. Amsterdam's not on a rail line, whereas Le Havre is. I just feel that's a little bit nicer, and also it means if Dracula has started UK, London's a little bit more restrictive. It blocks off Plymouth, whereas Edinburgh is really pushing to that corner there, and Dracula can spend a lot of time before interacting with Van Helsing. So, also local rumours and evil presence and stuff. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but fair enough. If you've got these new players coming in, they want to sort of mix it up a little bit, I think that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Any chance of a Britannica start, do you think?
I mean, if Gio's seen this, then Gio might take advantage of it. Why not? plop something down in Plymouth, which is quite hard to get to. I mean, I know you can get a 3-2 ticket to get down there, but is Plymouth going to get searched? Probably not, right? And if newspaper doesn't get drawn, then, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Team Iberia start from snuff. I think, yeah, we'll have to see. I guess it depends. Is it on the rail line, off the rail line? Is Sood going to be well equipped? It was like my game last night, then nope.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. Well, by the way, we talked about this being a team tournament. How about some information on the teams for those who might not be aware?
Right, exactly. So CardDont Shoot is in the team Plotting to Punch alongside another new player called Combat Wombat. They joined the community together, so they've naturally teamed up. And at least in terms of the commentary, it's going to be a little bit biased from my side because... Oh, hello. Surprising return. And Aggie's coming back. Okay. Geo is my teammate. So actually, last night, I played against Combat Wombat. So I guess if there's any... Oh, we got even more hype? What is going on? They're saying choo-choo in the chat. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused by Twitch. So yeah, I'm going to be the bias side here. I want Geo to win. You're going to be having to produce a slightly more neutral perspective here, Rook. You're going to have to keep us grounded.
In theory, that's what I do. But I've discovered in doing co-commentary with a number of people that I tend to just get sucked into whatever the other person is saying. So you might wind up with like a Scott Sword flavor in my commentary. We'll see. But I will try to maintain some neutrality. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. So yeah, come on, Gio, you can do it. You can do it. We want to see some dark calls. We want to see some fun, but we want to get a win for the Garlic Farm. So spoiler alerts for the game last night, but I did beat Combat Wombat. It was a very difficult game, by the way. It was not easy. I'm warning every other player who's watching this. You have to be really scared of Combat Wombat. He beat Pizza Wizard in 45 minutes in a practice game, and then took me really to like the end of the fourth week, and it was looking very scary at one point for me. So yeah,
touch and go, and
yeah,
these are not like pushovers for those who aren't familiar with the Fury of Dracula community. Pizza Wizard, one of the world champions, Scott Sword another. It's crazy. Yeah, these people are taking the Fury of Dracula community by storm. So plotting to punch. You know,
definitely want to watch.
They've got some surprises maybe to throw out.
Definitely, yeah, got a lot of things to look out for. Apart from the Edinburgh thing, it's all been fairly standard. Apart from the fact that Mina just moved to Milan randomly and then hasn't done anything, I'm kind of confused. And then we saw a surprising return, right? Did Aggie search?
She did.
Where did that?
I missed it.
Where did that search come in? Why isn't the surprising return in the discard pile?
It's not in the discard pile. Uh-oh.
Well, there is, but it's face down, if that is it.
Oh.
There's a lot of Dracula cards in the discard pile as well, by the way. There's already 10.
Wow.
No newspapers either, by the way. This is massive, by the way.
Well, they do have Jonathan Harker.
Right.
If they didn't alley Aggie.
Right. So yeah, Jonathan Harker's in play, so this first location on the trail is going to get revealed, I guess, is the 6th space. It was the East, and there's a hide card, and Bean has moved away, and now this thing's going to mature.
Oh.
Plotting to Punch is a good name, I agree. Scott's annoying the chat. No, there's just so much in the chat, I can't even deal with it. I'm trying. I'd be Knights of Fine. Okay. That's right, yes, Strider and I are going to play a game in the next game week. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But you've got your first game to deal with first, Strider. Yeah, we started East, so that's not Germany. Loving the banter.
Yeah, poor Team Iberia start. We got destroyed.
Yeah.
Total other side of the map.
So yeah. So what's gonna happen here, if anyone doesn't know, when Geo takes his next move, this card's going to slide off the trail, and if there is a vampire onto here, it will mature, and then because of the rumor token, you'll gain a lot more influence points. So basically, if anyone doesn't know, the objective of the game is, if you're the hunters, you got to try and find where Dracula's trail is, deal with these encounters, because if they mature, then bad stuff happens. And then you got to try and find Dracula, get onto Dracula's space, and then kill him. Hunter, the Dracula objective is just try to get this influence track on the left-hand side up to 13 points. And you do that by lots of different ways. And we've got dad jokes in chat. Nice, love it.
Yep. And one of the chief of those ways being, if you've got that rumored mature on a vampire, 7 points is, more than halfway to 13 right there. So
Right.
nothing to sneeze at. Though, of course, if you stay in the community long enough, you'll see that plenty of games will start with an early mature getting up to 7 points, and then the game will swing the other direction. So you can't quite tell based on the early events.
Yep, that's true. We just had a Seward chartered carriage to only Milan. So didn't utilize all 4 moves of the chartered carriage, which is kind of interesting. Local rumors, obviously not going to hit. Hello. Hey, Julie. Sorry, I might have missed it. Who's playing who? So we've got on Hunters a new player called CardDont Shoot, and then on Drac we've got Geo. So I want Geo to win because he's my teammate. I played my game against this team last night. So
you can find the game on YouTube.
Exactly.
In at least 2 different places.
Yes, yeah, we got Fangs of Fire did a neutral commentary or spectator commentary, and then my perspective is also online as well. Yeah, I'm not playing. I wouldn't have somebody in the commentary booth with me if I was playing, and also I would never live stream my own perspective. Some people do, but I just wouldn't do it personally. But that's just me. I always just do a standard recording for my own commentary. That's fine. Yeah, it was a really close game, that one last night. It was pretty ridiculous, actually. I'm kind of glad I got that game against a new person out of the way early, because at the end of the tournament they're going to be an absolute menace to deal with. Can't take any games for... I mean, you can't take any games for granted nowadays.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a vamp.
Oh, it was a vampire. Look at that.
It was a fighting one.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the way the vampire matures, the next 3 spaces, so the hide and the next 2 locations after the trail are removed and the encounters are discarded. So it's kind of like Dracula's getting points, which he needs to win, but then it means that the hunters have a little bit of time to sort of catch up here. But then Dracula can now backtrack and try and head back towards this Black Sea coast or head down towards Athens. It just depends on the situation. He's going to have to evaluate the hunter's movement. That's now twice. Godalming has failed with that fast horse to move 2 spaces, so the economy is not quite set up nicely.
Mm-hmm. And if anyone's curious, these horses are an item card that you can draw from the deck, and then you draw train tickets to see how far you move, and you always move the value that's lower, and the value that's lower can be either a 1 or a 2, or if you're really unlucky, a white one, which kills the horse. You have to discard it. So what you can do is you can set it up so that the only train tickets that are in the train deck to be pulled consist of those ones that have the maximum value of 2 on them. And so every time you move with a horse, you can go 2 roads. That's what we're calling horse economy.
Right.
And the fact that Godalming has drawn cards with 1s means that he's not been... The horse economy isn't perfect.
Right. So the way we do it is very unintuitive, is when you take train tickets, which is one of the actions hunters can do, you actually keep the bad tickets, which don't allow you to move far by the train line, but you're keeping the good tickets inside the deck, so the horses are better. It's kind of this weird way of playing, but it actually ends up being a lot more efficient. Gives you a lot more flexible movement. So
yeah, I think I'm probably not the only one who, when we, playing games in person for the actual physical board game, we always wanted the best tickets, and we went online and we're like, what is this? Why are they holding on to all the bad tickets? That's why.
Yeah, very unintuitive. But then sometimes, like Captain Gyro always says, you need to have the ability to suddenly use a train line and then mix it up when the train lines are actually better than the road movement. So as Dracula here, what you're having to try to do is now Godalming can move 2 spaces because of that ticket. What Dracula has to try and do now is see these hunters moving in towards the east and then evaluate how quickly they're going to get onto his space, how much time has he got, can he take a fight with them. Oh, Seward's now rolling slow. The thing is, Seward only has 1 event, so he's not the strongest. Okay, and still no spaces revealed. And CardDont Shoot is getting angry at the horses.
Another classic. Fury of Dracula.
Right.
Sometimes there's just 1 bad card in that ticket deck, and that seems to be the only one you draw.
Right. 1 in 8 or 1 in 9, and you still keep drawing it. So what seemed to happen there was the chartered carriage was to get Seward onto Mina's location in Milan so that she could trade horses to him, and now he's going off into the east with the horses while she stays back in supplies. Which I don't mind too much. The two strongest hunters are going to deal with the trail.
Yeah, I didn't have time to say it, but I was going to speculate back and you're like, why is Mina moving over here? I was thinking maybe there's a horse trade, because that's the only explanation I could think of, but... yeah, streaming on Twitch, like, I have enough trouble streaming on YouTube, and the stimulation over here on Twitch is just that much higher, so... my brain's going to be even more of a goldfish mess, I'm sorry.
I'm the same, especially if we start getting more subs and hypes and things, I won't be able to cope with it. Card do shoot if the horse... Yeah. He will personally take the horse to the glue factory.
Right, he's going to put the white one right back in the deck. Just be like, serves you right.
The important thing, like, to understand though, like, from this game is, even though Geo got a nice early start, there wasn't a newspaper, so it's, 7 points on the board. Dracula doesn't win with 7 points; he wins with 13, which I know seems an obvious point. But hunters can very much recover from this position. It just depends on what happens next and how difficult this trail ends up being. I mean, Jonathan Harker is going to help out. He's going to reveal this space when it slides if they don't discover it, but. I'm quite sure this trail's very long. Where is he doing like a loop around the castle or something? I'm a bit confused about what he's done. He could be going west. It may be, but is there, I wasn't really paying attention to movement very well. Is this somehow that he's managed to sneak past Godalming, even though Godalming was rolling yellow ones all the time? Oh,
maybe.
He looks like he has gone west,
Yeah?
Oh, man.
Well, we're about to find out.
That'd be brutal.
One way or the other.
That'd be brutal if he had. You got all this trail to deal with, and then you got these two hunters who are not with movement. Oh, Vampire Lair, though. That's cool.
Ooh, he's got Vampire Lair. That, as you can see, removes the influence by 2.
Right.
Which... something to keep in mind is eventually Dracula will be able to get points just by moving once we get into what's called Fury Week, as the icon on the top left side of the board fills up with tokens. And at that point, he gains 3 points at a time every time he moves. So going from 7 to 10 to 13, right, that's 2 moves. Whereas going from 5 to 8 to 11 to over 13 is 3 moves. So that Vampire Lair is the difference between potentially catching and not catching Dracula in that final week.
Right. That might just give the hunters 1 additional day. So that's an important thing for people who don't know this game very well. This game cannot go on forever. There is a time limit to the game sort of baked into it, in the sense that Dracula will eventually win if he keeps moving on land in the 4th week. Dark Call here? Well, there is a Dracula event on top. Okay, so it was Galat. Yeah. Oh, he is Dark Calling! Yay! That's fun! That's fun!
Is this the first Dark Call of the tournament?
It is the first Dark Call of the tournament.
Look at that.
It wasn't Emmanuel Hildesheim, so that's a bit of a shame, but that's okay. So what's he done?
Alright, we have something new to speculate on, chat. What's that Drac card?
Right, so Dracula just obtained an event card, and because Behind the Veil has already been obtained, so the only way we'll know what this card is either when it gets played, or there's some sort of prompt that will reveal it down the line. Is he, like, in Sofia now? No? Oh, he's backtracking to Sarajevo. That's kind of an interesting move. Can you explain the idea of the teams? Yeah, games are... Well, you can play games up to 4 versus 1. Because there are 4 hunters and one person can control each hunter. But we always play 1v1 because trying to schedule games with multiple people is really difficult.
Quite frankly, it's hard enough to do it with 1v1s.
Right, exactly. Especially now we're taking, like, these 2 players, for example, have a 9-hour time difference, I want to say. Geo's in Spain with me, and CardDont Shoot is Western US. So, yeah, 3 hours behind you at Rook, right? So you're looking at, like, a 9-hour time difference, so that's hard enough. So, yeah, they're playing 1v1, but because Geo and I are a team, our individual results are contributing to the team result. So we play against the same team. So I played against Combat Wombat, who's the other member of Plotting to Punch, yesterday. So my result is in there, and now whatever the result of this is will also get added. So we'll have an overall team result. Nice punch from Team Point to Punch. Absolutely. Good
That's a
punch,
good
he
one.
says.
Yeah.
Oh, he's leaving. Probably has a
Ooh.
stake then. So yeah, the teams, there are 10 teams in total in the league for this tournament, and most of them came about by people actually just asking. I mean, Gio and I played in the league last year, so it made sense that we played it together again. But then a lot of the other teams, they were just people were chatting amongst themselves and forming the teams. We have one team that was kind of a little bit random because we had one person left over. Check the item discard pile. Sure, we have 2 stakes. One holy bullets and a couple of guns, but nothing else really, really nothing too strange. Interesting. Do you let this mature? I mean, you would make the trail a lot easier to deal with, but do you want to give up another 3 points this
Yeah,
early?
do you really want to go up to 8? That's the question.
The thing is, Geo has a rumor token still to be used.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to see combat? We want geography. There
Oh, well,
goes.
he had a stake. I think it makes sense.
I don't.
Normally, I'd be tempted to let that go because for anyone who doesn't know, the new vampires are only worth 3 points, um, as opposed to the 4 that the other types of vampire are worth. So even though they have a lot more health and can be more deadly in combat, they're not worth as much on a mature.
I'm confused about what's happened here because Gadami went to Budapest and then he went to Szeged, which I thought was kind of interesting. He didn't go to Klausenburg. But then where did Drac go after Klausenburg? Do you go back onto Black Sea coast? I don't think he can be west here unless he's somehow like in Prague. Is there any way he got past? And maybe with the timing, did Gadaming vacate Budapest and then Dracula went into that space? So now Dracula's like in Munich or in Prague? I'm not sure.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Looks like Fangs is pointing out because Harker's in play, you should be able to keep up. So appreciates the stake.
Right. Unless there's something now reckless behind this. Right. Which
Mm-hmm.
could potentially get points by killing or biting Seward. Killing Seward's kind of tough. Or it just matures anyway. Oh, no wolf form.
No wolf form. Wolf form, for anyone who doesn't know, is a Dracula power card that allows him to move up to 2 roads at a time.
Yeah, Dracula can
It can
only
also
move once. Yeah.
Yeah, it can also be played in conjunction with the hide card if you want to be extra sneaky, but usually that's a bad idea.
They kind of work. If the hunters start trying to find the wolf form location, they don't check where you wolf form from.
Yep.
Right. Card's now backtracking. Okay, so he didn't go through Vienna, so it doesn't look like he has gone west. But now Godalmi's going to spend a lot of time going backwards and forwards and not actually doing much.
Right.
He's hiding on his dark hole location. That wouldn't be bad. I mean, I'd probably rumor it if that was the case, because you want to try and put pressure and say, I've got a rumor token here, and I'm sitting on fog or another vampire, especially since the stake has just been burnt. He's hiding in Bucharest. I don't think that's possible. Well, maybe, unless he went like Belgrade, Sofia, Bucharest. Van Helsing has horses, so all the horses are now unlocked. Hey, Princess Nikki. Yes, you did get a gifted sub. Yes, Snuffleupagus was very kind and gave lots of gifted subs. Choosing when to use your wolf form and when to hold it is Dracula's most important decisions. Yes, yeah, that's true. So anything as soon as you use any sort of power card like Dark Call or Feed or Hide or wolf form, they found him.
Look at that.
They found him.
They found him.
It's on the trail for a whole week, so that's really that's something really important. He's in Sofia, but really good for Dracula that Godalming backtracked there.
Yeah, he would have been right next to him.
And the thing is, Seward's having to go and do a Klausenburg and then Bucharest, right? So he's not a huge threat. It'd be interesting what this. Oh, that's big. Okay, so Seward is kind of useless here for a bit. He's not going to be able to jump onto Dracula. That's the thing. The eastern part of the map Oh, he's not discarding
Oh,
it.
he's not. He's
Whoa.
holding onto his weapon. Okay.
He had a forewarned. And what was the other thing? Was it sense of emergency?
Yes.
Wah. Goodness.
Wow. Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know, the spy gives you a choice. You can discard a weapon, or you can reveal your hand to Dracula and then discard your tickets. And because we were talking about the ticket economy before, you generally want to protect your horse's ability to help you move, which means most people want to hold on to their tickets. They discard a weapon, which is why Scott Sword was saying, oh, he's going to be not very good against Dracula coming up here. But CardDont Shoot made the decision, well, maybe I just want to say forget the horse economy and hold on to these items. I like them. And I don't care if Dracula knows.
I mean, CardDont Shoot's just written in the chat. Based upon this comment, it makes me think that he threw away a white one.
It does sound like it. And if you recall, the white ones kill the horses. You have to discard them if you draw it. So, not great. Well, I don't know about not great. Certainly a calculated risk, but very big risk.
Right. I mean, Seward doesn't need the white one. He can go to Bucharest just by taking the normal move. But the thing is, Seward could just resupply for a bit to try and get the... But the thing is that if he has gone to the Black Sea coast, only Seward can deal with it, and Seward's going to be very weak then if he's discarding the knife. So I kind of understand it, but the problem is now the other hunters can't really move very well. So Dracula's quite safe here. Unless suddenly CardDont Shoot is aggressive and pounces with like a sense of emergency play. Double sense of emergency can get a 2-on-1 here. So yeah, wow,
he's still rolling.
Gambling. I assume Geo...
Gambling man.
Actually, yep. Oh yeah, that's right. There's another tournament game later tonight. Too late for the likes of me. I'm going to have to be very picky about what sort of games I'm going to cover. So when I see a game like this, I'm like, yep, I'm doing it. So the only games I might be able to stream will just be my teammates. Oh wow, he's really risking these tickets. I mean, I do appreciate it. That's a lot of balls, but
yeah. 1 in 10 if there's a white one in there and he didn't discard 2 of them. 1 in 10.
Right. Well,
still,
he only discarded one ticket. He only discarded one ticket.
Oh, okay, never mind. Still, like as we've said before, sometimes that's the one that comes up all the time.
Oh, I would draw it first every time. That's why I never risk horses.
Right?
Oh, bats. Oh,
Ooh.
wow. Okay, so that means then Constanda's definitely maturing then. That's massive. That's oh, the reactions in the chat. Loving it.
Mm-hmm.
You can Dark Core again if there's a vampire. Right, so if there's a vamp and it matures, unless there's a hoax would be great here, because you'd be able to get like almost like you get another Drac card and also really mess up with the event deck. There's a lot of Dracula cards in here.
Yeah.
Come on, Geo, you've got this. Come on.
Certainly seems to be going Geo's way. If anyone doesn't know, again, I feel like I keep saying this, but the bats, their effect is they allow Dracula to then move the hunter on that hunter's next activation, and then that hunter gets delayed. So that's why it's guaranteeing a mature, because not only is Seward going to get pushed further away from the trail, Seward is also going to be delayed and not being able to do anything with his subsequent action.
Right, and then if he wants to try and get an item, he's going to have to move back onto a big city, so he's going to waste even more time. If he didn't search Bucharest, those bats wouldn't have done anything, because they don't have a mature effect. Card says rude in the chat. A lot I find of music evokes Full House. How rude. Hey, Julie, well, thanks for tuning in. Thank you very much. Yeah, depending on what time this game finishes, I might do some board games after this. I'll set up a separate stream, and then, yeah, Rollercoaster Tycoon definitely tomorrow. Yes. Yes. Hello, Met King. Welcome. Bats for days. Yes.
Hi, Met King.
Well, at least for just this one day, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's getting the yellow 2s after that white 1.
Look at all this luck. All those slow rolls before.
Is he going to just go straight into Athens here? Hey, thank you, thanks. RCT stream on my birthday. Yes, let's go, Julie. Love it.
Ooh, happy early birthday.
We'll make sure you get a balloon. Oh, he's in Valona now. Oh, loving it. There's a vamp. Is there a stake? Maybe some bagpipes? Oh, we'll see, Julie, we'll see. We'll see. There's going to be nothing to the YouTube crowd, by the way, but that's okay. This is the joys of Twitch. We'll see,
Yeah.
Julie. I might have something up my sleeve. We'll see.
Ooh. Schemes within schemes. So if anyone is watching who doesn't know, combat takes place, obviously each player picks a card, and then when the Dracula player's card is revealed, you check the symbol against the symbol that's on the hunter's card, and if the white symbol matches, the Dracula card doesn't do anything, and the hunter card then does something.
I see that
The
you
dodge
know
in this
your
case just
judo
meant Godalming didn't take any damage there.
Sorry, as you're trying to explain that, we just got the judo clip coming up. Oh dear, funny. Good, very comic timing there by Met King. Oh, there you go. That's now twice now the symbols have cancelled.
Yep, and so the first time the dodge, the effect was, okay, you dodged. And this time the punch was, not only was the mesmerize canceled from the vampire, the punch went through, and so the vampire took 1 damage.
No,
So
that's not Roscoe. People don't know who that judo guy is by the sounds of it. Oh, you're plotting into a knife! Oh, knew it.
Wow. Yeah, plotting's a bit risky on a reckless vampire. They don't have a lot of health.
Oh, I could see that coming. It's just, it's such a bait. The classic punch knife play. Oh.
Yeah. So the plotting wasn't canceled, but the knife wasn't canceled either. So
That's a dead
the 3
vamp.
damage goes through and kills the vampire.
Right. So that rumor token's now just gone. Yeah, very good. Very interesting there to dodge first and then go into the punch. I've not really seen that being done, but it's a very interesting way of doing it. It definitely worked out for CardDont Shoot. Nicely done. I'm confused about this game. Yeah, this game has a lot going on. Don't
It's
get worried.
very confusing. This is not a great way for us to be explaining it. But
There's
if you do have any questions, just ask. We can answer them.
Yeah, we'll try our best, or the chat will. The damage should happen
Yeah.
first. No, that's not how the game
Hello
works.
there.
Thank you, Making. Thank you for that. No, the reason why Stride is because Dracula's card always goes through first, and then if the Hunter card isn't cancelled by Dracula's card, then the damage goes through. I know for animation's sake you're plotting for no reason. But if he's going to die, yeah, but you don't know that, right? You don't know that. So it's just easier. Oh, stake being discarded. Ooh. Item deck has been now reset. So there are no oh man, that's even worse for Geo. The fact that vampire died and there were no stakes. Oh. Geo.
Wow.
You had to play a straightforward
Well-
mesmerize there. Maybe he didn't have one. It's very possible he didn't have one.
Yeah. Yeah, Dracula, importantly, does not get to choose his hand. It's assigned at random.
Right.
All those cards he gets to play. The hunters get to build their own hands. They always have 3 basic cards: dodge, dodge, punch, escape, and they can keep their items as well that they draw from the decks.
Yeah.
Whereas Dracula just draws at random, and he's got 2 of every type of Dracula card for combat.
Yeah, the reason why this game is kind of... I'm sort of addressing that comment by Princess Nikki earlier. The reason why this game is quite complex is you've got lots of different moving parts. Oh, he's layering it? Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no, he's maturing it. Oh, okay.
The wolves strike.
They do, but they're just going to hit Seward. Oh, but he's on 2 health, though. Okay. Oof, okay. Yeah, the reason why this game is quite complicated is because you've got hidden movement, you've got the deduction aspect of it, and then you've got the rock, paper, scissors-esque combat, and then you've got all these event cards which interact in different ways and come out in a different order every time. You've got the different item cards that interact with things in a different way, and you've got all the encounters, and then you've got the individual personalities of the Hunter player and the Dracula player. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and all these weird niche interactions that drive me crazy. The permutations of mesmerize, fangs, bite at night, during the day, with or without garlic wreath, with or without heavenly host. It's so complicated.
So what does Godalming have? I assume he has a heavenly host, a knife, and a stake, and a horse then. Oh. Ooh. Oh, and he's day healing?
A
Oh,
heal from Seward.
is he hiding in Valona? Is now Van Helsing going to jump into him? Oh my goodness. Nope. Oh, he's going to Varna. Ah, interesting. Oh man, that was a bit underwhelming. There's so much potential there with the bats and then whatever Constantia was going to be, and then this reckless vampire. That was a
That
really,
guaranteed mature. Yeah.
really missed opportunity there. The fact there were no stakes on this side of the
Mm.
board.
That's
Ah,
something that I love about this game, though, right? If anyone's been here from the beginning and you saw the quick way that Gio was able to get those 7 points and then run around basically unobstructed, and it really looked like, okay, the vampire's in charge of this game. All of a sudden, the hunters are in a stronger position, and it's like, uh-oh, what's going on here? What's going to happen? And this game can just swing, just back and forth several different times over the course of play, and it keeps it exciting.
there's a big discard of the holy bullets as well, by the way, because now Van Helsing's definitely not much of a threat as much as he would have been if he was it. So you know now he's got a gun, most likely. You wouldn't
Hmm.
unless he's also got a horse. So yeah, you pretty much know his entire hand, unless the holy bullets were a complete bluff and he's actually got something else. Um, yeah, the game can turn very quickly. Thank you for the posture check. Snuff is saying, Gio's doing a good job milking the clock. Yeah. I think the thing is that the fact that Rumato didn't mature, that's going to give CardDont Shoot a lot more confidence. So we'll have to see. I guess, is Dracula just hiding in Valona? I assume he is.
That's what I would guess too.
But then what's he going to do? Because he can't go Ionian. He's going to have to go now Adriatic. And then what? Try and wolf form beside Mina, I guess? Is the only way you're going to be able to do this.
Yeah, that's definitely Adriatic. So good move getting Godalming ahead to Athens.
Yeah, I guess he was probably... I think he was more checking if he was there, actually.
I'm sure. I'm sure it was probably more of a check, but it still ended up being a good thing, right? Because it can feel like when that check misses, it's like, ah, oh, what was the point? But here's the point. Now Dracula doesn't want to go on top of you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and he went past Valona. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that. I would probably just check Valona there. And then supply with Van Helsing and then move him to Sofia. That would just be a lot better, I think. Oh, did my mic blow out? Oh, I hope not. Apologies. Ever since I got my new webcam, my mic has been acting weirdly, so I'm having to have it on a more sensitive setting, which I don't like. Oh well. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he specifically wanted Van Helsing to do it, it looks like.
That's very weird. I don't really understand that. Why just... So you're going to send the one which has fewer items onto the double encounter? That doesn't really make sense, to be honest.
Maybe the one he doesn't mind getting trapped in fog?
Maybe.
I'm not saying it makes sense, I'm just trying to think of a reasoning.
Yeah, okay. Well, that knife's going to go. There goes the knife. That's another spy. Used up. Alright, is Van Helsing going to be brave enough?
Seward's back to 8.
Yeah. No. He's healing.
No. Rest. Well, he's got time.
Thing is now, if you try to land in Venice, you might get jumped on 2-on-1. Even Genoa's a bit risky. Oh no, well, no, Genoa's not, because you haven't got unless there's a sense of emergency we don't know about. Seward. Oh no, Seward has sense of emergency, doesn't he? So he could get to Genoa. Ah, it's a bit risky here, you know.
Yep.
Ah, yeah, that Rumor token really is, it's kind of really... That would have given Dracula so much more pressure on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would have to get a heroic leap going to try and guarantee that. What's the Drac card? We have no idea. Haven't got a clue. We haven't seen a prompt for it yet. Behind the Veil got pulled really early. So we'll never... Until that card gets played, unless we see a prompt, we're never going to know what it is. Okay, where are you going? You're Wolf Foreman. This could also just be to the Tyrrhenian coast. He's just going to try and just sort of play out the clock a little bit, drag them all over there, and then just leave again.
Could be.
If that's the case, you'd probably just go to Rome first, and then move to Naples, so you're going further away from them. The incoming hunters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Fog in Rome, then feed? Possibly. It depends also what's in Valona. If it's a fog in Valona, would you want to use your second fog?
Dracula deck is about to reset, so if you think it's going to get actively jumped on, maybe, for the reset, but I don't know.
Yeah, because Seward could get to Florence with a sense of emergency, and then he could move into Rome, so it might get triggered. If he hasn't used Fog in Valona, that's a huge win for Dracula, because he was able to he was able to escape that situation without even having to use Fog.
Mm-hmm. Yes, enough. I was thinking of you when I was talking about the reset. He says I would do it for the reset. Yep.
There's 3 vampires we know are definitely going to go into the deck when it resets as well.
Yep.
Oh, he's only moving 1 space.
Huh.
That's...
I haven't been checking the night ticketing, so...
But they've been moving quite a lot with horses since the whole spy thing, so I don't...
They have been moving a lot. I don't know how much that's risk as opposed to... There's still 10 cards in the train ticket deck, so... Tells me there hasn't been a lot of train ticketing? I don't know. Could just be a lot of risky movement. But then another fast horse?
Oh, okay, yeah, he could... Drac could have wolf formed to Sarajevo. So... I guess you want to rule that out, and then you're ruling out Munich, that makes sense.
I see.
He probably has all the white ones. Card was probably annoyed behind having to discard a yellow one. Matt, possible. Very, very possible.
Yeah, also possible. We could have totally misread that comment. And, you know, he was drawing that one yellow one repeatedly, potentially, with Godalming earlier, so... Would also be in line with that comment. We're not sure that it costs a white one.
Card? Salonica's on the trail. He can't be there. Okay, this is a really important thing for newer players. Just take 2 seconds more and read the trail. Salonica's on the trail, so there's no way that Dracula could be there. Dracula could have misdirected this and then gone back there, but it's impossible. So Van Helsing's now moved off Salonica and hasn't searched Valona for no reason. And depending on what this stuff is in Valona, it now might mature. Depending on the timing of Van Helsing getting back there and etc, etc, etc.
Yep. Yeah, I can't count the number of times that I've been like, oh, but what about a Dark Call? What about a Wolf Form? What about this, that, or the other thing? And I look up and it's right there on the trail. And I'm like, oh, whoops.
Can't do that. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, Strider plays by feel. Very true. Did anyone lock in some guesses about the Dracula event?
I don't think so. Is anybody
I don't think so.
Because it was random, so it's not like he could just suddenly choose Unearthly Swiftness or something. But he might have picked it up. We don't know.
Yeah, it might be that one. It's got to be ones that we haven't seen messages for. So I was initially thinking it might be Enraged, but we had a combat and it didn't come up.
Right. That's very important. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, Strider's guessing Devilish Power.
Yeah,
Notes are for the week.
False tip. We haven't seen any train travel, so it could be a false tip. It definitely could be a false tip. It can't be Wild Horses, because we would have seen it. Custom Search, we would have seen the prompt. So it could be false tip. It could be Devilish Power, it could be Unearthly Swiftness, it could be Dark's Returns, it could be Summon Storms.
Ooh, Summon Storms. That's going to be my guess.
Roadblock. Roadblock could also...
Could be Roadblock.
There's quite a lot of roadblocks in that deck, so that's the most likely option. Seduction? Yeah, it could be Seduction. Yeah, it could be Sensationless Press, because I don't think we've drawn any sort of Sensationless Press-based things.
Oh, I get it now. Banks was saying because Strider's blind, and I was like, what are you talking about? And I realized because he said he plays by feel.
Plays by feel. Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Also,
Oops.
okay, that would have been a very bold wolf form to go all the way to Athens. So what CardDont Shoot is doing here is trying to check all the tricky locations that Dracula could be in. But it's very likely that Dracula has just done the very obvious thing and is now in Rome or Naples. And they've used lots of movement checking all these locations which aren't necessary. So
Right.
Sophia's now a layer. Oh, he got battered. Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
That's in the lair.
Gotta check the layers box. That's really important.
Yep.
No prompt. Well, I
Oh,
don't.
it's gonna play immediate prompt. So
Yeah,
that's why.
but I can't
Banks is saying
remember.
that.
Is it kind of built into the whole Dracula's obtaining a card thing? I'm not sure how that works. I mean, possible, because in fact it wasn't a hoax thing, so you're not disguising it as the Dracula phase. So maybe it isn't. It maybe can't be some stores of Roblox then. I think
Yeah,
we haven't
maybe
seen,
not.
We haven't seen these cards often enough to try and know the interaction with them when you first pick them up. So I guess then it must be. Yeah, it has to be. Unearthly Swiftness, Damage Returns, False Tip, Seduction. It has to be something like that then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really liking cards. Search Strategy here, spending too much time in the E's, not dealing with Valona to boot. Yeah. Because now Godami's going to have to deal with it. Unless now Van Helsing's going to get pushed. Yeah, Van Helsing's going to get pushed into Double Vampire.
Oh, it was a fog.
Oh, that's really good. That's very clever. Valona's going to mature now.
Nice.
Because of the timing. So because it's a night reveal of this fog's going to be here. It's going to disappear, I think, after... Oh, no, it does it. Hang on a minute. Yes, yeah, it's too late. It's too late. Yeah, the fog's now back in the deck. And also because of the timing, it can't get searched. That's massive.
Yep.
Godalming's also
Godalming's stuck. Yeah.
Stuck behind it.
Brilliant use of bats into the fog there.
Yeah, and he's leaving. Do you even need to check? The thing is, if Valona's a vampire, you don't even have to search this Rome or Naples thing. You just leave it be. Nope. Okay, that's one way to deal with the problem.
Poor Godalming. The story of him this game has been run around and not really do much.
It was Naples.
Look at that.
Ooh, desecrated soil. Ah, but he didn't need to ambush that. Oh, he's full. Whoa, he's forewarning it. Whoa. Whoa.
Wow. Forewarned a desecrated soil.
I mean, the ambush is a bit of a weird one because of the fact... Maybe did he actually... He did have a heavenly host. Did Geo only ambush there to try to bait out the forewarned?
If so, it worked and it was great.
No, there's no way you meant to click... Because it's two separate screens there. I don't know about that one. To be fair, I have seen people use forewarned on Heavenly Host. Good thing he knew about the jar of dirt. It could have been dangerous. I mean, it would have reset the deck, and it would have got fog back in. So, I mean...
Yeah, and it stops, definitely stops healing.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it was going to stop anyway, because it was going to get wiped, so never mind on that regard. Well, I guess that's assuming Valona's a vampire, we don't know, so... It might have stopped healing.
Yeah, if Valona now matures and that's a vampire, then that is a very wasted forewarned then. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't give him the fog back. If we end up going later into this game, and then you suddenly realise that Dracula needed fog by one more day or something, it was like one turn away from getting fog, that Discred Soul, like stopping that Discred Soul, the whole effect of the Discred Soul, not just the healing, might actually be
Yeah,
relevant.
it might. Yeah.
But then that means
So
Dracula has a fog in hand, though. That's the thing.
yeah.
Because it wasn't using
So
Naples.
potentially not the worst play, but still surprising. Generally, you want to save that for a fog
Yeah.
or something a little bit nastier. Maybe
Oh, he's nice play.
maybe a bats.
Oh, he got away with it.
Yep, lucked out on that one. Well, lucked out. The odds are still in your favor, just
Is it
not as
possible?
in your favor
Is it
as certain.
is it possible that Valona has a second fog here? And he's going to go back into the east, and he'll like fog Sophia, so then the 200s in the east can't get past it in time. Oh no, mine's a vampire. Never mind.
Okay.
We'll scrap that
So
for.
yeah, the healing wasn't going to happen anyway.
No. So wasted
Hmm.
forewarned in the end. That's a bit unfortunate. Gio's in a good position here because he's got the
Yep.
nine points. He only has to move twice in the final week. Those
Mm-hmm.
9 points, um, those 9 points are locked in. Dracula has no location. Of course, he has a location. He's in a sea
He has a
space.
sea space.
Do we know what Mina discarded? Yes, let's have a look. Newspaper reports. Planned ambush also got discarded at some point. Well, I think you just play safe here, right? You just go to Mediterranean and wolf form into Iberia, right?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Hey, Anna, welcome. We're reaching the conclusion of this game. We're in Saturday of this has gone by very fast. It's only an hour 10, and that's the stream. We had like 10 minutes at the beginning where there wasn't any games. Only an hour in, and we're already towards the end of the third week. We've played at quite a pace. I'd probably say that maybe CardDont shoot if you're watching this. Maybe just play a tiny bit slower, just check, just sort of double check a couple of decisions. But I do like it when it's being played at this nice fast pace, though. Money Trail, good card, very good cards.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's the med.
And now you know
Question
the
is, what?
direction.
Yeah, you know the direction. Question is, what are you gonna do about it?
Right. Van Helsing's almost irrelevant.
Yep. I mean, Van Helsing usually is, to be fair.
The thing is, he has a horse, though.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Hey, Ms. Aurora. No, RCT's tomorrow. Don't worry, RCT's coming back. Stake being discarded. And another Hunter event. Ah, Hide Scouts. That's unfortunate.
Sometimes that's exactly the card you want, and sometimes it is not. And this time, it is very much not.
It's the card you want, but at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
RCT at what time? At the latest 10 p.m. Spanish time. 9 p.m. UTC. If I can start early, I'll start earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Dracula cards in the discard pile. So there's 11 left out of 34 if you discount the top one. So now we're getting towards normal odds. Oh no, there's also a Dracula card in the hand, I suppose. It's even better for the hunters. But still, the deck can be horribly shuffled. We have a lot of them at the top and a lot of them at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and if there's anyone relatively new to Fury of Dracula who stuck around, we're seeing the swing back, right? It was looking great for Drac at the start. It was looking like the hunters were pulling it back towards the middle, and now Drac is looking to be in a stronger position again here.
Oh, he's moving again?
Oh, and he moved again by
Whoa.
sea. I was really expecting a wolf form.
Yeah, I'm very surprised, actually.
Long night.
Well, I guess what he's going to do here, he's just going to go to North Atlantic, right, and then just wolf form to Dublin where he's completely safe. And then just hide, I guess. He's just gonna because there's no Rufus Smith, so he's not losing too much health. So I guess he's because there's a risk if he does wolf form into Iberia, there could be a sense of emergency from Seward and like a renewed vigor as Godalming lands. He could get jumped on by 2 hunters if he's not careful. So yeah, I guess he's just going to play the safe move. There is an extra weather on Mina, but I guess Mina's movement's kind of limited, so if she can't get to a port to use the excellent weather, then the excellent weather's not exceedingly useful.
Might be trading it to Seward here.
They'll have to do a double trade where Van Helsing trades it off Mina and then trades it onto Seward tomorrow, but then Seward would have already... Yeah. Because Seward hasn't supplied, so we know... Well, no, he has supplied. He's got a sense of emergency. The Forewarned got used. What else has he got? Could have gone back east? No, that's impossible. So he went to Rinian, Mediterranean, and now as we South Atlantic, we know he's heading in this direction, towards Britannia.
Yeah, because Turinian is on the trail, so you can't play it again.
And another Hired Scouts.
Great. They're all coming up at the, the worst possible time.
At the wrong time. There's a Dracula card. It's going to happen eventually. I think that's the 4th night supply he's done, so the odds were he's going to draw one eventually.
Yep.
Oh, now we've got a prompt.
And there they are.
There's a prompt now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he has unearthly swiftness.
Yeah, maybe.
And you can land and then feed and use unearthly swiftness and then move.
Yeah, guarantee the win.
Roadblock? It could be a roadblock. Then you maybe just block off all the sort of the coast of France, right? Yeah, exactly. If it's unearthly swiftness, make sure you use it now. Don't use it today. Don't use it Sunday. Use it on Monday. Yeah. Stuff's speaking from experience there. So this is the part of the game where people don't like this. People are like, ooh, look at Dracula, it's really boring, he's just going to sea, this is very anticlimactic. It's like, well, yes, but it's also the case of the hunters gave up too many points early, and they allowed Dracula to be in this position where he can just run around the map. It's 4th week to Terminator. Yeah, we've gone through 3 weeks. 3 weeks have been completed. This game's been played very quickly, very, very fast, which you like to see. Does not move with the exit Weber. Godalming is going to be the lone pretender here. He's going to try and take on Drac. But if Drac has the right events, I think this game might be done already, but we'll have to see.
Yep. Yeah, it really, that movement around Valona wound up being key.
Yeah. With
the way that the bats were able to trigger into the fog.
Yeah.
Getting that mature to go up to 8 points, right? So...
I mean, the vamp... Oh, now Rufus Smith appears. Okay. I mean, now it's somewhat irrelevant, unfortunately, because he's going to land now. If that came out 4 turns earlier, then that's definitely relevant. Yeah, he says, oof.
Yeah.
I mean, it's alright, Gio. You can just land to win. It's fine. Yeah, there's a lot of wasted movement around here. The checking of Athens, which could have happened, but it was relatively unnecessary. The move to Sophia, not necessary. So then, there still wasn't a stake, so dealing with Valona would have been tough. But hey, CardDont already killed one Reckless in combat. Who says he wouldn't have done it again? There he goes. He's landed, so that's 3 points. So he needs 1 more point to win. Let's see what he does here.
Are we going to see a Drac event to guarantee it?
He could also be in Santander.
True.
No, there's a roadblock. Yeah, he's just gone to Dublin. There's no way he's done anything else. At 11 o'clock. I assume that means 11 o'clock your time. The thing is, yeah, I mean, Godalming can't get to Galway today anyway, but even if he did, there might be a good luck to take him across. Oh, UTC. Oh, okay, 2 hours from now. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit too late for me. I can't say I can start a stream. I'll watch a stream though. Oh, okay, right, 6 PM Eastern, 11 o'clock UTC. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I can watch that one. Go to bed.
Yeah, I'll be cooking food. Cooking up some chicken soup.
Oh, nice.
I'll have it on in the background.
Love it. You'll be the lurker this time.
That's me, yeah.
Here come all the supplies. It's not really...
Might as well try. Yeah.
Not much that Dracula can do here. So we have a roadblock. What's the other thing that Dracula... I mean, Dracula has got time here. Dracula could... just feed if he wants.
Yeah, go for the feed.
IDS out of it.
Mm-hmm.
No CG, shame GG's.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Wrong half of the event deck. Ah, unfortunate. That can happen. That can definitely happen. As hunters, you're a lot of things that you can do are very much determined by your events. It was a really tough one. The fact you didn't get the newspaper, so then Varna was going to guarantee... Even if we had newspaper, it would be difficult to deal with it, but still.
Yeah.
And then... Yeah, there was a little bit of inefficiency with movement, checking all the really tricky locations when... Sometimes Draculas will play tricky, but in this case... Geo just wanted to play safe because there's no reason to play tricky.
Yeah, and sometimes it makes sense to check the furthest out location so you can sort of establish a net and then start closing it, right? But when you're separated by the sea like that, it makes it a little bit harder to work that way.
Yeah. So is he going to feed, or is he just going to? Are we just going to hide to get the win? Either way, it's been a good victory for my teammate. Nicely done, Geo. Not a bad effort at all by CardDont shoot. It's very tough playing hunters. So I got full respect.
Absolutely, yeah.
To take it on.
Just being able to control 4 different characters is a surprisingly difficult move. Yeah, there's the feed.
There's the feed. He wants more points, which is completely legitimate. That is not a BM move. I mean, he could get pounced on here. Oh, yeah, he could get pounced on. If he's not careful, there could be good luck or something.
Might pay for that hubris. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, a 1v1, he should be safe. But then he might suddenly get heroic leaked, and then that will reduce his margin of victory, but...
Yeah. Could negate the IDS gains.
Oh, he went to Iris C.
Oh.
Damn. Okay, but never
or
mind.
Not.
Never mind.
Yep.
Oh, well.
The story of Godalming's long, sad journey around the globe.
Yeah, he's had quite a ride, but he's not going to make it in time, unfortunately.
Bedeviled by bad horses at first. Trapped in Athens by fog.
Yeah.
Then stuck on an everlasting sea voyage.
Which is not going to end. He's going to end it in the Irish Sea, and then the world will end. Oh, he hasn't
All that
even
wealth and privilege. All that wealth and privilege. He got stuck in a cruise boat.
Well, it's probably a private boat, right? At least it'll be his own private yacht, so at least he'll be living a life of luxury while he's running around trying to chase after the Dracula.
Yeah.
I mean, unless somehow Dracula's in Galway or something, you know, even if he does get CG'd off here, he can just go to Iris and then land again. Dark Call, says Strider. No. Bad Strider. At least we saw one Dark Call. We want to know what the card was, though. We didn't see it get played. He just drew... he just drew the RV. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Man, if he had that earlier, there could have been a nasty... He could have just ignored the trail, just jumped on Dracula in the east with those hunters, with those horses, but... Good effort. That's why the east is so tough to deal with, if just items and movement just doesn't quite fall your way. It can be very rough.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think someone earlier, Determinator maybe, was pointing out how the music gets more intense as you go, which is very cool. I agree. I'd also point out that if you look at the corners of the screen, they're sort of blurred, along with the red tint that we're getting right now because of the high influence, which is, I think, kind of cool. It gives you that little tunnel vision effect, like the red around the edges of your eyes. I think it's a neat little visual effect that adds to the tension. Although some people get too stressed out. I know, like, sometimes it makes sense to turn off the music, and I don't know if there is a setting to change the visual, like, change to the map.
No. Visually, I don't think so. Only resolution, which I've discovered.
Yep, I discovered that as well when I wanted to stream this game. I was like, nope, can't do this one in 1080p. And there it is.
There we go. We got a GG. We got a Dracula win. He was in Dublin. Dracula card. What did he have? What did he have? Well played both. Oh yeah, he was false tip. Very good. You said false tip. But there are 2 of them in the deck. Is it 2 in the deck? I think there are 2. So yeah.
There was a good number of guesses for false tip. They got it.
Decent. Decent. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. In the end, the Hunters never moved by rail, so you didn't need to use it. Worthless card. Good game. We had a little bit of everything there. We had a little bit of combat, not with Dracula, but we had combat with the Reckless, which went in the Hunter's favor. We had the no newspapers. We had the we had the Allies. No CG. We had a renewed vigor at the end. Not that it was very useful, unfortunately. We had seed movement. We had running around in the east. So there's quite a lot of stuff going on there, actually.
Yeah, absolutely, and it went by real fast.
Yeah, it did. That was only we're looking at like an hour 15 for that game. That's very good pace. Very, very good.
Absolutely.
Oof. Oh well, the garlic farmers are off to a winning start in this tournament. There's only 2 games. What does Best Reward do? I guess the only thing you can do, Snuff, is click it and find out. That's all I can say. Do you want to spend your hard-earned channel points on the Best Reward? Okay, lol. Alright.
Oh, look at that.
I hope that was worth it. It loses its it's like Crucifix, right? It loses its impact over time, but the more and more people who don't know what it is, the better. There you go.
That was a reveal for me, so yeah, perfect.
At least now you know you're not going to be spending your channel points on it, Rook.
Unless I want to.
Well, unless you want to hear want to hear that amazing tune.
That's right. I doubt I'll have enough channel points at any time, but I could be wrong.
You'll have to have me on.
I'm not on Twitch very often.
You'll have to have me on in the background while you're roaming around the dungeons of Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Oh dear. There we go. Oh, that was a game. Very, very fun. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. It's been very enjoyable. Hopefully for people watching back on YouTube, all the sound effects and stuff weren't annoying, and hopefully it was good fun. I'm sure it was. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. I think I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to stream some more. I'm gonna do some board games or something. We'll figure it out. We'll have a nice chilled Sunday stream.
Sounds exciting. Or chilling. I don't know. Not chilling. Relaxing.
Yeah, we're relaxing. Oh, I'm chilling too.
Totally opposite meaning between chill and chilling.
So yeah, that's the plan. But we'll quickly wrap up this. Is there anything in particular you want to say, Rook, to sort of wrap up this game?
No, I feel like I sort of already said everything I had to say, except I guess to once again just confirm. Yeah, that was a very fun game to watch. Well played for the players, and very excited to have this tournament underway and looking forward to more. And of course, thanks everybody for showing up in the chat. This was a ton of fun.
Yep, absolutely. I second all of that. Yep, so this tournament's going to be running from now on until probably around the middle of May. We've got the league phase until the beginning of May, and then we'll have like a championship final between the 2 best teams. So yeah, we got about 2 months of lots of Fury of Dracula action, so that's always going to be good fun.
Awesome.
So yeah, people on Twitch, I guess if you want to try and keep up with more stuff, then join the Nomad Games Discord channel. We post all the links to the live streams there. Or you can go onto my YouTube, or if you're watching this on YouTube, go into the description of the video, and you'll find links to all the other people who are recording games from the tournament, including Arukamanya, of course, and some of the amazing people in chat who are recording. And I will also leave a link to the playlist of the tournament, so you can see all the games as they get posted. We'll have, I'll record my own perspectives, so everyone knows. I will have lots of sort of third-person commentaries going on with lots of different people taking part, so we'll have lots of different voices, which is great. Yeah, good luck, Fangs, with the stream later on tonight. I'll try and tune in if I can.
Good luck.
Good luck to the players. Of course, we've got Snuffleupagus against Spencer Wolfhard. That'll be a good game.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to stream the next one. I think there is one during the week that I think I will be able to stream, but I'm not sure. It just depends on time. There's a lot of Americans taking part in this tournament, so if they end up playing each other, times suddenly go become impossible for me. But it's also quite a good thing for me
Yeah,
because it means I don't get sucked in too much, and I try to balance, have a little bit of work-life, Fury of Dracula balance. There are a lot of West Coast Americans this time. Yeah, Spencer was like the only one for a long time, and now we've got at least 3 going on. Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
three new ones on the West Coast. Oh, yeah, you're right. There are 3 of them. Yeah. We've now got 4 in total. So yeah, it's really good. We got a really nice mixture in this tournament actually of very experienced players, people who've been in the community for about a year or so, and we've got 4 brand new players, including CardDont, who we saw today. And they'll definitely put a good account of themselves. I mean, nothing to be ashamed about from CardDont's perspective. It's maybe a little bit disappointing not to have a sort of a climactic finale to the game, but there's just I know I've been speaking to CardDont. We've done a couple of practice games together, and definitely a studious player and wants to learn and takes things on board. So it's just part of the learning process. It's tough, and as you said before, trying to control 4 hunters all at the same time, as well as then trying to deal with all the different events, and then also the fact that Dracula is trying to do everything that he can to mess with you. It's very tough.
Yeah, and now you have to account for the Dark Call shenanigans with the Dracula events that could turn up, which I was watching. It has to have been your commentary, Scott, because I think that's the main source of the tournament so far. Was you talking about, oh, what do I care about these Drac events? And you just come down to, well, I just got to play, right? It's like I've got to keep them in mind, but when it could be anything, it's sort of like, all right, well, I just have to try and remember that, and that makes it that much harder.
Right. But then it adds that extra chaos where a situation before where the hunters, even though they may be in a little bit of trouble, it's still relatively safe. Well, suddenly a great wolf could come out and kill a hunter, and then that's loads of points that Dracula wouldn't have obtained under normal circumstances, and then a horse dies, and you lose events, and you lose pressure, and all this sort of thing, as a random example.
Yeah.
Or Devilish Power. I played one against CardDont, and I got CG'd, but I was like, well, I got Devilish Power, so I don't care. So it changes the entire game. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how it all sort of plays out and how people use the Dark Call effect. So get ready for chaos to begin. So yeah, keep an eye out on my channel and all the other channels, and also just the Discord servers as well. We'll be posting as much as possible when we're going to be live streaming these Fury of Dracula games. If not, there'll be normal video perspectives of the games as well. And yeah, thank you, Rook, very much for joining me. It's been excellent fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. It was fun getting to have the experience of being on Twitch.
Yay! And thank you to everybody who's in chat. And also a quick plug that we did post a new episode of our podcast today. So if you're interested in that, if you want to hear about our language learning experiences, then that's on YouTube right now, plus all the other stuff we've spoken about in the past. And yeah, thank you everybody to Twitch. Thank you very much, Snuff, for all the lovely subscriptions. Very nice of you to have done so. And we won't raid now, just because I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna cut the stream, but we'll be back in 5 minutes for some random board games. I don't know what we're gonna play, but we'll figure it on the fly. So I'll see you here in about 5-10 minutes time. I'll go and take a break, and we'll see you all very soon for another Fury of Dracula game. Bye everybody. Thank you everybody who watching on YouTube too. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.